Joining Australian Boxing Central today is Lucas Big Daddy Browne. We're at the Anthony Mundine Jeff Horn fight tonight. Thanks for joining us, Lucas.
Thank you, mate.
Big night of boxing ahead, as we touched on. Anthony Mundine and Jeff Horn fighting tonight.
Yep.
Quick prediction, mate. A couple of hours out from the main event.
I'd say ref stoppage, round 7 for Jeff Horn. Like Jeff Horn will win.
Yeah. All right, you heard it here first. If you pull that off, mate, you're going to look like a genius. So, but I guess more to yourself, mate. We saw you fight about a week ago over in New Zealand against Junior Party and got the KO. So obviously feeling pretty good after that, mate.
Yeah, for sure. I realised it wasn't a high calibre fight, so to speak, but it's part of a process. I've come off a bad loss, or first loss, but still a bad loss. So things needed to be rectified, needed to be fixed up. I'm training full time in Perth now with the Onyx team, and it's sensational. Like I was 110 kilos for the weigh-in, so the lightest I've ever been, and I really feel good and I feel in a good spot. So it's a matter of just sort of building it back up and getting back to where I should be.
And as you touched on that loss against Dillian White earlier this year, you've had 2 wins since then. I guess what can you sort of take from the experience of fighting some of the top guys in the world? Obviously the fight didn't sort of go your way, but what are the things you can learn from your experience?
Everything has to be touched on. At that point, I was training in Sydney as well, so I was away from the wife and kids, all that sort of stuff. So I think it was about 3 to 4 months I was away from them, which I think just got to me in the end. As well as wasn't in the best physical condition. So I was fit, but I wasn't conditioned like I should have been. So I was about 119. And it just shows when it comes down to, like, he was in the best condition of his life, and it showed on the night. So I tried as hard as I could, but nothing was it wasn't coming off the way it should have. There's no snap in the punches. So it's, as you said, lesson learned, and make sure we don't do it again.
I guess there was plenty said between you two in the lead up, and for all the Aussie boxing fans, it was very entertaining and something that we're all looking forward to. Are you two sort of on good terms?
Yeah, all is well now. Like it is, as you said, it is a build-up. It is part of what goes on in boxing. I think we both sort of fed off each other's crap, a bit more on his side, but and when you get into the ring, you fight it out, and the winner wins. And that night he was well and truly the better man. He won, and I accept that, no problem. So there isn't any problems. If I was to come out and then start bad-mouthing him again, I think we'd have an issue because he won fair and square. But I take that I got the loss, and here we are.
I guess moving forward, do you have any news to announce as far as what your next sort of plans are moving forward?
Nothing concrete and official, obviously. Finalising things with Hatton, that should be sorted very soon. So I'm chatting with Dave Allen. I'd love to have a fight with Dave Allen over in UK. He's keen, as well as Eddie Hearn. So it's a matter of when. I'm not sure when. But I want to keep this roll going. So I want to get something out in maybe February. And if not, then obviously have something. If it's not Allen, something, and then April in Wembley on the AJ card would be good for myself and Alan. Like I'm sure Eddie Hearn would love that. Having 2 heavyweights just going to basically stand there and punch shit at each other. So it'd be good.
And that's going to be a massive night. We obviously anticipating that's going to be Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, possibly Dillian White if Fury happens to beat Wilder, or even Tyson Fury. And
that's right. There's a lot going on.
A lot happening in the heavyweight division. It was much publicised, I guess, at the start of Tyson Fury's comeback. He done some rounds with you way back in his preparation. How did he look back then?
Mate, there's 2 sides to that. He looked sensational, so I full credit to the guy. Losing the weight at that point, he hadn't got all the weight off, but he was losing the weight. But it was more like a piss take. He was doing spinning back elbows on me and all sorts of stuff, you know what I mean? So it was just a muck around, but at 6'9", and the way he moves and handles himself is absolutely sensational. So moving on to obviously the Wilder Fury fight, I think it's going to be a very messy 12-round decision to Fury, or Wilder's going to catch it. Whether Wilder boxes well or not, he punches like an absolute mule, and if he does land, he's going to knock. But if not, and like he did with Klitschko, sort of just basically made it look very messy. So 12-round decision to Fury.
It was sort of early in his sort of comeback trail when you guys did spar, and I'm sure he has improved out of sight since then. But I mean, sort of from what you saw, if you can give us a tip, I know you said you're anticipating a knockout by Wilder or Fury to win messy on points.
Just it's his head movement and the way he does move his feet. So he's switching constantly, and he's got just a beautiful movement. So it's very hard to hit. Now Wilder has to sort of launch in in a straight line. You know what I mean? So otherwise he's got the windmills, as I call it. So I think if Wilder does launch him with those, he's going to move off and sort of disrupt. Again, if he lands, it's a different story. But I think otherwise, yeah, Fury's just going to basically stay off him and pitter patter.
Yeah. Well, it's a massive weekend of boxing ahead.
Yeah.
We're only a couple of hours away from Horn Mundine, and we've got your prediction there. So it'll be interesting to see if we are spot on. And obviously Wilder and Fury, and as you touched on too, looking forward to next year. Hopefully we can see you on the undercard of AJ and whoever he's fighting.
100%.
But I guess thank you for joining us, Lucas, and very excited to see what happens next.
I appreciate it, mate. There's more to come. I am 39 years old. I've been very inactive over the last couple of years. I'm finally in a place where I think I should be. So there's much more to come from me.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us, Lucas.
Thanks,